Welcome to 1.13.2. I have made a mistake, and I swear I know I'm having all the technical difficulties. I swear this is not intentional. So I had already kind of recorded a little bit of this episode, and what happened was my mic audio didn't record. So I kind of did like the first hour of this completely silent. So just to summarize, I got some turtle eggs. I got 17. I got 4 of them on the ground getting to hatch. Kind of overhauled our area here with all the new aquatic items. And then also I added a armor statues data pack to the game. Now this isn't anything game breaking. It's purely cosmetic. But you can see we can actually modify armor statues' pose. And they can also hold items now. And on top of that, something I wanted to show you was this area back here that we mined out in beta 1.5, I'm pretty sure. And we made this area because we wanted to just make a cool little secluded little secret area thing. And I always thought about putting a sword in the stone. So with the armor statues mod, you can actually modify the armor stand to rotate their arms, make them invisible. So what I've done is basically just made it invisible and rotate their arm that's holding the sword and just have it pointing into the block. So it actually looks like a sword in a stone. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But with that out of the way, let's get into the features. So the features in 1.13 are blue ice, packed ice is now craftable, bubble columns, heart of the sea, and conduits, obviously, coral blocks, coral fans, dead coral blocks, kelp, dried kelp, prismarine stairs and slabs, stripped logs, tridents, drowns, obviously all the enchantments that go with tridents as well, phantoms and phantom membranes. And then we also get potions of slow falling and potion of the turtle master. We also get obviously a turtle helmet, and all the kind of basic stuff that goes along with the aquatic update, like shipwrecks, ocean ruins, icebergs, and coral reefs, and the buried treasure. So I have also already got a buried treasure. That's what I did when my mic audio didn't record, but that's pretty much all you missed out on. And so, yeah, so the plan was to have these turtle eggs here hatch. And we want to get a pretty good amount of turtle eggs because remember, we made that gold farm last episode and we need to use eggs to lure the zombie pigmen. The unfortunate thing about turtle eggs is that it's gonna take, I think, 3 in-game nights usually, which is a long time. So it's going to be a while before we can start kind of having a bunch of turtles here and having them lay eggs. So this might be something that gets kind of just gets passively achieved over time, because I don't really need to do anything. I just have to wait. So I think it's not the end of the world. So, okay, I want 2 tridents because I'm greedy and I want them to be perfect. So luckily for us, we already invested in making a zombie farm because we have our spawner here, which makes things really easy for us because all I think we're really going to have to do is basically wait to have a bunch of zombies. And then I think what I want to do is I'm going to add a dispenser here with water in it. And then when I click a button, it'll release the water, and then there'll be something that kind of goes above their heads when they fall down. Maybe I'll just place something, I don't even know, but basically the goal is to just drown the zombies until they turn into drowns. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get a drowned with a trident. It might take a little bit, but we'll kind of knock out 2 birds with 1 stone because we get those turtle eggs probably hatched if we're waiting around here long enough. So if we unretract this, you can get through. Let me just close that off. So now, if I press this again, turns it off. Piston still extends, so that's a little wonky. But yeah, Because now it's, yeah, you can't get up, nothing you can do, and there we go. So it's pretty jerry-rigged, but, you know, it works. The unfortunate thing about this spawner, it does take a little bit, and we'll have to wait even a bit longer just for the drowns to, or for the zombies to turn into drowns. Let me check on the turtle eggs here really fast. Turtle eggs are good. No one's got them. We're good. And I think we have enough zombies now so that there's probably a chance we get a drowned with a trident. That's not going to be a guarantee that we get the trident, obviously, but this might be worth the effort. And I also forgot about baby zombies being able to fit through this, so this is kind of annoying. Okay, now this baby zombies won't get through, and then let's turn this on. Now, hopefully, this doesn't take too long. So I will probably cut to when this is done, and they're all drowned. Okay, so apparently, if zombies are submerged for more than 30 seconds, it begins the process of becoming a drowned, and so they start shaking. So yeah, that was maybe a minute. So yeah, I don't know if anyone in here has a trident, but not seeing anything. Okay, so what do we get there? We got basically nothing. I'm wondering. This has me concerned because you know, it's not a guarantee that you get one with a trident, but I'm wondering if you have to find the drowned with a trident and you can't just make one by drowning a zombie, if that makes sense. On the wiki, it says, zombies converted to drown are never equipped with new items. So basically, this doesn't work, which is a bummer. So we're going to go fly around. So that is kind of a huge bummer. I was really looking forward to that paying off, but I guess not. Something I wanted to mention is that when you're like trying to find a drown with a trident and you're just running around killing a whole bunch of them, drowns will not respawn at the area you find them at. So here's a new area with some, you know, ocean ruins or whatever. These drowns will not respawn. So once you kill them, literally just leave, because you'll just waste your time pretty much. Here's a shipwreck. So I might as well just grab this while I'm at it, honestly. I don't think I need any of this. I don't really want to carry it. I can't remember where the chest is located on these sideways ones. It's always really weird. It's like in the back somewhere or something. Yeah, right there. Oh no, we were just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, buried treasure. And let's go find this really fast. Okay, we're getting close. I think this is it. It's like right along here. It's probably in the water. I'm guessing it's in the sand. Oh, wow. That is amazing. First try. Okay. Lot of emeralds. Hold on. I need to get a shulker box out for this. Okay, now let me grab some of this. So 16 emeralds, that's, wow, okay. Grab the iron, grab the TNT, and then 2 diamonds and a heart of the sea. That's pretty good. Okay, here's another drowned with a trident. Hopefully we get lucky, please. Don't think so, nope. Dang. Ooh, so... I think I've found a coral reef here. I think I want to grab some of this stuff. Sea pickles. I think I want the coral. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I definitely want the dead coral fans, though, because that's going to be really useful for some slightly exploitative ventures in the future. Uh-oh, I hear a trident. Here we go. Come on. Please. Come on. No. Oh my god. Okay, we got another trident guy. Please. Please. Let me hit you. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Okay, I hear another one somewhere. I think it has a trident. Yep. Where are you? Oh. Okay. Round. 4, I think. What the heck are you doing? What the heck? What? It's like bugging out. Oh my god, I don't want to die here. Oh my god. Nope, nothing there. Oh, I hear another one. There's 2 here. Hold on. This is getting good. Okay. Please, a nautilus shell and a trident. Okay, this is a gold mine. Please. Please. Nope, I don't think so. Nothing there, I think. Oh, there was another one. Another one with a trident. This is 3 in this area. This is insane. There we go. There's a trident. Alright, nice. And it is almost... Wow, that is a really good durability there. 173 out of 250. Okay, so now we just need one more. I think we'll be good there. And then we'll just kind of have to, like, thug out whatever, like, enchantments we'll have to get. Oh, here we go. Another one with a trident. Come on. Yes! Okay. Nice. That was actually pretty fast. Okay. Wow, that one's in rough shape. Okay. That's, wow. That thing is done. 21 out of 250. Okay, well, I'm gonna attempt to fly back. I ran out of gunpowder, and I should have saved up more from our farm. But we're gonna need mending for this trident, both of them. So, I know in 1.14... we'll get villagers with mending. So I think I'm just going to put the enchantments on them now, if I can get them. And then see if I can't get mending in the next update and just apply it to it. Because if I fish for mending, it's... I mean, last time I fished for mending, that was like just an unreal... That took like all day. Like all day to get 2 books. And that was like kind of lucky. So I don't really want to do that again. Okay, I'm back. And I'm going to make a little section in our storage here just for aquatic items, because I don't really have one. Aquatic items, and there's not too many, so it's not like I need to be super specific about all this. Okay, let's put some of these sea pickles down. I don't know. I mean, they'll grow, I think, so we can kind of like harvest them later. But I just wanted to add some more lighting because the glowstone looks a little bit artificial, and I like the natural like glow that sea pickles give, because they're not super bright. And they're also not dim. And so they really make a difference when it comes to, like, just kind of the atmosphere at night here looks really good, especially with this tree. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to our gunpowder farm and wait a little bit and get some gunpowder just because I'm pretty low and I didn't collect as much as I wanted to last time. And then we're going to go to the end and repair a bunch of stuff and also enchant our tridents. And try to just bring a bunch of books with us and try to get all the enchantments we need for the tridents. So it might be a little bit of a grind, but yeah. Okay, so got some more rockets and some extra gunpowder, and then now we're gonna see if we can't get the right trident enchantments, because this is gonna be a bit of a doozy, because we don't have mending, so we're gonna have to be nice about it. I think we want to guarantee that we get impaling, so we might need to just enchant some like garbage items. I think we're gonna actually use a lot of books first, because I feel like we can kind of filter through in case we ended up seeing an enchantment that we're gonna need. Thank you, game. So smite. Okay, we gotta double check now with your trident. So loyalty 3. We do need one with loyalty. So we could do that now, and the loyalty one would have channeling on it, obviously. So I think I'm gonna do this one actually. I'm gonna do it on the weaker trident. Let's do loyalty 3. Just loyalty 3. Okay, that's kind of a bummer, honestly. Next one, I'm at least gonna guarantee impaling because impaling 4. That's pretty good. Just because it's pretty annoying to come by impaling. But the problem about this is I don't know if I'm going to get riptide, so either way, I think it's just going to be tough. So I think I'm going to gamble on this. Okay, just impaling 4. Okay, so at least we didn't get like anything necessarily bad with it. It's just not as much as we wanted. Channeling should, in theory, be the easiest one to get because I can get it in the first slot and second, and sometimes third, and it's only level 1, so hopefully we get that here, but it's not seeming like it. Okay, after an Eon, I got Riptide 3 down here. So I just need to get to level 30 really fast, and then we'll grab that. Okay, level 30. Let's do this. And sharpness. Okay, cool. So that's going to go on our Impaling 4 Riptide. And then we just need Unbreaking 3 and Mending, and that'll be good. Obviously, I'll have to get another Impaling 4 to make it 5, but I don't think it'll be too expensive. I think it'll be okay. So I'm just going to go for it. There's that. Okay, we found channeling. So I just need a couple levels. There we go. And let's apply that to our loyalty. It's kind of a weird order, but you can't really get enough enchantments on the trident to make it super expensive, and we have an XP farm. So I'm not really too concerned if I do this in the right order. Okay, got Impaling 4 here. And there we go. Impaling 4. And then we're going to put that on the Riptide Trident. It costs 11. Wow. Lucky us. We found Impaling 5. So that just made our lives so much easier. Okay. There we go, Impaling 5. And then let's throw this on the loyalty, channeling. So the only thing now that we are missing is Unbreaking 3 and Mending for both of these, which we have at home, just not the Mending. So for right now, we're going to have to kind of like not use this stuff just because it's going to get... I don't want to break it on accident. I would love to use the Riptide because using an Elytra with Riptide in the rain is just unreal. I think I'd rather not get myself into too much trouble than I need to. I'm also just going to get to like level 30. That way, in case it's too expensive to put Unbreaking 3 on either of the tridents, I know it'll be like affordable if I'm at least level 30. Because I don't want to have to fly back here. We do have enough Unbreaking 3, so as long as it's like affordable, will be good. So I'm just going to try both of these. Let's just see what one costs. So let's try... Okay, 6. Okay, not bad. Okay, so really no difference, I think. Yeah. And there goes our anvil. Okay, got another anvil. And let's do this. That's also 6. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get item frames just so I don't, like, forget my tridents. I gotta make sure I don't like lose them. I just gotta put it somewhere obvious. Something I also thought about, since we're gonna have 4 different turtles, just so they don't despawn, just in case, I'm just gonna name each one of them. I don't even know what I want to do. Thing 1? No, let's do, name them all Dog. If you've ever played Elden Ring when it came out, there's these little messages on the ground that other players can make, and there's this area where there's like a bunch of these weird turtle things, and for some reason one of the most liked like messages on the ground just said watch out for Dog, when it was very clearly just a bunch of turtles. I think I'm gonna do that. I wonder if I can bone meal sea pickles. I guess you can, but it doesn't matter. Maybe they need to be on a coral to grow. That might be why. So I guess that makes sense. So I think what I want to do now is kind of just wait out till we get our turtles, so we can name them and then have them breed, so we can get a whole bunch of eggs and then go finish our gold farm. Okay, so I have hatched 2 turtles so far. It's already daytime again, which means this one might hatch, but this one probably won't. So I think I'm just going to breed the 2 turtles that I already have. Although, when the turtle grew up, it dropped Scoot, and now I don't know where that is. And I need to grab that. Let's do F3Q and then what's the oh yeah, F3B is to show hitboxes. So now there's an item on the ground I'm gonna know. So I drop something. Yeah, there is a hitbox. Okay. Is that it? I think the dolphin has it. Yep, there we go. Okay, got it. Cool. So now there's a turtle. Here we go. Here's a dog. I need to find another turtle. Where's the other one? Where are you? There you are. Don't crack the egg. Why is it... What? I'm so confused. Why is it on top of this egg? How many eggs did we get? We got 1. So, by the way, we're gonna need like 19 eggs. Something like that for the gold farm. So, and we already have 14. Probably won't be long before we get our other 4 eggs. Okay, so I'm back on the roof. I got a whole bunch of trapdoors. So basically what I was going to explain is that, so basically how this works is we're going to have a little egg right in the middle here, and it's going to lure the pigmen that spawn to drop down and fall, but we might need an entire column of trapdoors going all the way up, just because if we have like freestanding, just a singular like block of trapdoors containing an egg, well, if a pigman like walks over here and there's just one in the middle down there, it could fall onto it and not actually hit the bottom. So we need it to an entire column where they don't like catch on it and like stop falling. It'll just be like a pillar all the way through, which is why I needed so much wood. But the real question is to see if I can kind of wing this a little bit. I don't know if the way I'm about to do this is going to be totally effective. I just kind of want to try it out. Okay, I think I've got some kind of strategy here. So this column just goes all the way up. That's a problem. Obviously, I'm going to have to account for pigmen just running up here. But I think I've got it right where now I just need the egg to be put in the right spot. So I think now I can kind of do that. Right? Like, I think in theory they'll run towards it. And I think since, like, if you see this trapdoor, it covers this block here, meaning it means it's this gap here, like there's an air block here, right? This is inside that block, so I'm pretty sure it detects this entire space as being already placed because I can't place a block there, right? So I think the game thinks that you can walk there. So I'm pretty sure the pigmen will think that they can walk here and they'll fall, and that'll be enough. Okay, so I've placed a couple of eggs now, and I'm going to put a little roof on this because I want to see if I fly away, do they start falling down? Like, do they start taking the bait? We'll be able to kind of view this from a distance. Okay, so this is interesting. So they are actually taking the bait because there's about 3 of them right here, but the problem is they can't drop down. And that's a bit of a problem. So I think I was right that I need to kind of extend the gap here that they can fall through, which is kind of a huge pain, but I might have to do that. So, which means I'll lose surface area here, which means I'm probably gonna have to make these platforms a little bit bigger, probably 2 blocks thicker for each one, and then I think then we'll be good. Okay, so I've expanded each one of these rings. Some of them are not exactly the same as the other ones, but you can see now we have a 5 block 5x5 hole instead of a 3x3. So we know it works. I just have to know if this works with the way we have it set up here. So I'm just gonna fly away really quick, and then we'll see if anything happens, because I can't be too close. Okay, let's see. So yes, okay, there's a bunch falling down there, Okay, yeah, that is working. Cool. Okay. So that works. Nice. I don't know how much we're gonna lose because we have less surface area. I did add one extra block, like an entire ring around each one of these magma block circles. So I kind of offset it pretty well. I also have these slabs up here because every time I got too far away, a ghast would spawn up here because it can spawn a magma block. So I just put these slabs here. But basically, I can't build higher than this. So I just had to basically just use slabs to mob proof. But now I can build the rest of this with the trapdoors and we can get all the eggs in and then we'll be done. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of a problem. So when I was placing all the eggs, or I was in the column with the eggs, I fell. And what happens is you don't get enough time to break the trapdoors around you or open them before the next egg breaks. So I ended up breaking every egg I placed. I think I had 16, so I had to come back and get more eggs. So that was a nightmare. But now I have enough. I have everything set up, and then the only thing I need to do now is just put the hoppers at the bottom, and then make our probably jerry-rigged collection system. Okay, I've got all the eggs placed, and already there's just a decent amount of mobs coming down. And since we're in the area, I think if I go back to the top here, I can set something up. Okay, so I've just extended this little platform out here because you need to stand far enough away to let them spawn. Now, they're not going to be spawning on every level, so it's probably seems a bit inactive right now. And they're going towards the middle. Sometimes they pause a little bit before they go to the egg, but I think it's okay. Either way, let's go check the bottom really quick. And yeah, yeah, okay. So, I'm not sure how you got here. There is a hole there though. I need to fix that right now. Yeah, that's it's working. So that's really cool. I don't know how good it is. I'm sure it could be much better, but for now it's pretty much only what I need. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add in some hoppers around here. And I think the reason I also have it so high up is like, I don't even know how many chests I want. Like, I don't even know what I want to do. So I'm just kind of winging it. Like, I'm just giving myself as much room as possible, even if I don't necessarily need it. Well, I do know what I can do right now. So since I'm in the area and they're not really spawning because I'm, nearby, I think I'm going to try to replace this floor with hoppers. Okay, so I've changed what I'm going to do here. So basically, I'm going to have like a staircase of chests pretty much going down. So basically I have 2 hoppers intaking from the chest, so it's a little bit faster, and so it just kind of keeps going down like that. This is pretty common. I just figured I'd mention that I was changing my mind on that. I don't even know if this is like the most effective thing, but I'm just gonna try it. Okay, so this is working pretty good so far. Actually, I think our rate is a little bit faster than what I said before in terms of like ingots and gold blocks per hour. But yeah, I fixed, so some of them were spawning up there and I thought they were like surviving the fall, but they were actually just spawning on some of the stone bricks there. So I put slabs there so no one's going to spawn. But yeah, this is working actually really well. I don't know if I want to have this go all the way down to the ground yet because I just don't even have enough stuff for it. But yeah, that's basically it, honestly. I don't know if I need to use what we have in here right now. Probably later when I need like, powered rails or probably some beacons, materials for that. But yeah, pretty cool. So our turtles are done. They're all hatched. It's kind of irrelevant now. We already got all the eggs we needed, but I figured I'd just mention that. What I think I want to do now is actually make a bigger super smelter. And I also want to make a cobblestone farm as well, because I am sick of making cobblestone or mining it. It's not a fun process, especially when you need bulk. I mean, it's not super slow. Much easier to have something get it for you over time, because I always need random blocks to use, random temporary blocks. So it's just always nice to have just like extra blocks, I guess. You know, actually, when I think about this, I think I could just extend this super smelter, because in all honesty, like, this is perfectly fine the way it is. I just need to add more. I think I want to double this. So this is, I think this is 16. Okay, so this is pretty much mined out. I think this is enough for, so now we'll have 32. So we'll be doubling our smelting rate, which is going to be nice. Okay, so here is it with 16 furnaces, and I think we're all good. I think in the future I might make a bigger super smelter, but honestly, this is so easy to just extend like this. I like this here, and if we ever have to, we can always just make it bigger, so it's pretty convenient. Okay, I think I've got everything I need for this cobblestone farm. I don't know where I want to put this though. That's the question, because it will be kind of loud. You know what? Actually, a better spot would be over by our failed mob grinders. I think this area is a little more fitting. It's close enough, but it's not too far away. And it's in an area I'm not super interested in as of right now. So I think I'm going to do this here. And it's all lit up, so which really helps as well. I think this is a good spot. It won't take too long. I might not even show the building process because it's not that crazy, but I'll explain how it works when I'm done. Okay, so I've got this done. Now you might notice there's some obsidian there in this little spot. Ignore this for right now, but basically the way the lava is supposed to turn into cobblestone doesn't work like it would in future versions. So we only get 4 cobblestone, and wherever the obsidian is where we should have got cobblestone, but we can't. So I think that'll change in later versions, but for now we can't get as much as we really wanted. But I haven't tested this out yet, so I think that works. Huh. We're basically missing on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'd normally be getting 12, but now we're getting 4, which kind of sucks. Totally honest. Because, yeah, that's not a lot. So at least we know it works. Like, everything is supposed to be working correctly. The only thing we're really dependent on is this lava not working properly, and I did a lot of testing, and I really could not fix the problem. So maybe in a later version, potentially, it'll be fine. So I think this will still pay off, but maybe just not immediately. So I'm not like totally disappointed, but I think it's okay for now. Because to be honest, I don't need a ton of cobblestone right now, but I probably will need some relatively soon. So I looked this up on the wiki, and apparently in this version of the game, TNT also doesn't have a 100% drop rate. So even if we did have all the cobblestone here right now, we wouldn't even be getting all of it still. So we're basically getting fractions of 4 cobblestone right now, which is not very good. But in general, we probably wouldn't get as much as we needed, so I think we're just going to have to wait it out regardless. Well, knowing that our experiment with the cobblestone generator didn't go as well as I wanted to, I figured we could also make a conduit, because we have 2 Heart of the Seas, and if you remember, we have Ocean Monument that just got injected into the world, and I figured we could take all the prismarine from it and see if we can't use that to make a conduit. Okay, I'm gonna need some milk buckets, probably a good amount too. So let me find a cow really quick. Here we go. Okay, finally. All right, and then let's try to nosedive right in the middle, or at least I think I know where the first Elder Guardian is. I think it's down here. Okay, we're in. Anyone home? There you are. Hello. Come on. There we go. There's one. Here we go. And I gotta place a door. And I'm gonna use 1 milk. Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, I think part of this got cut off. Just to the other generation, so I think there actually isn't a third Elder Guardian. Because if you look at the wall here, this is completely cuts the entire thing off. That's pretty funny. So yeah, there you go. I think that's enough prismarine. Just gonna grab a little bit more. Okay, so I think where I'm gonna build this is probably over here somewhere. The only problem is I don't think I have enough nautilus shells. So I need to go get like 4, I think. Okay, I think I only need 8 nautilus shells. So I got them all, but also check out this coral reef. This is huge. Alright, so we got our 8 nautilus shells and Heart of the Sea. Bam, conduit. Hopefully I have enough prismarine bricks. It'll be fine, but I think this is enough because I think it's just 2 5x5 rings. I'm gonna dig down a couple before I make this, before I really start expanding it out. And then I'm gonna do, okay, here we go. So this is a 3x3. And then we're gonna go 5. Because that way it just kind of goes through the ground and we don't have to like worry too much. And it'll still be submerged. So yeah, I think this is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now the water, so weird. I wonder if okay, there we go. Now it's all filled in. So now we have the conduit, and I think it's going to reach through the ground if I'm right. We'll kind of be able to test this. So I think I have to be in the water. Yeah, I have to touch water in order to conduit. So yeah, it does cover this pretty much this entire area, and it's not really in the way. And then let's see how far it goes. Does it go over here? Okay, it does reach over here. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is basically the far range of it, which I think is pretty good. So yeah. So I'm thinking about putting these iron trapdoors here. It gives a little bit of a better look. It maybe seems like it might have some functional purpose when you see that in the water. I think the iron bars looks a little weird, so just having kind of like a grate looking thing kind of makes a lot of sense. Like I have no idea what you'd actually use it for, but like in theory it looks like it's used for something, so you don't really get too suspicious why there's like a weird hole down there. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. So next update is 1.14.4, but we're gonna do halfway through the next one we're gonna do 1.14.2, because 1.14.2 is the only ever update where you can apply every type of protection on one armor piece. So we're gonna be really busy. So I think I'm going to make maybe 4 sets of god armor, because you gotta remember, this is it. Like this is the only time we're ever gonna get this chance again. Just like the mending and infinity bow, we're never gonna get that again. So if you think about the total lifetime of how long you're gonna play, well, you might go through 4 armor sets. You got to be careful. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're also gonna be getting villagers. So we're probably making a villager breeder trader thingy with the new villager trades. Probably getting a mending villager. We're probably also going to end up making an iron farm, because the new iron golem spawning mechanics in 1.14 sort of kicked off the whole iron farm thing. So we're going to do that. And yeah, so I'll see you in 1.14.